And that's why your mother is a whore. Okay, baby video producer, what do you have in mind for today's video? You want to do another Friday the 13th video? You want to do a best Friday the 13th kills video? Isn't there already like a million of those videos out there? Let me search right quick, and yeah, there's tons. I haven't seen a number that high since the cholesterol report on Bill Swirsky's Superfans.
Ah, waka waka!
How could you have already spent all your money from the rules video? On what? Oh, brother, I told you those Tickle Me Clark Griswold dolls were a terrible idea. Okay, fine, but I'm not ranking every kill in the series. That sounds like a lot of effort, and I don't like hard things. Something your mother has never said, by the way. I'll choose one kill from each movie, and then at the end I'll tier list them because, gimmicks are fun. I don't know what criteria I'm necessarily going to use. Some combination of best/favorite. Okay, cue up the first film, BVP. Now let's go all the way back to 1980 with the original Friday the 13th, and this might be the most obvious winner in this category because it hands down belongs to Jack when he receives an arrow through his throat. For many, it is the iconic kill of the entire franchise, and up until this point, the previous deaths were pretty standard stuff, but then sweet, sassy Molassie out of nowhere comes this extreme graphic murder, and it was all done in one shot. Great stuff. So let's start with putting it at A level, because it's really good, but I know there are ones out there I love much more, and there can be only one A+. And I went down to D because I didn't want to give an F. None of these kills are straight up bad. Right on to part 2, and anybody remotely familiar with my previous videos has probably seen me play this one an average of 3.5 times per video. I love it. I will look for any reason that I can to put it in a video. Have a character find the marble hidden in the oatmeal? Maybe a cousin's character showed up unexpectedly for the holidays. Or maybe there's just a character doing a funny dance down some stairs. Mark's death has everything you could want in a Jason kill. It's unexpected, there's a machete, it's funny, I love everything about it. I could watch it 32 times in a row, but I won't make you sit through all that. I'll do it off screen. You only have to sit through 6. Welcome, Internet. No surprise here. As you can imagine, this one goes straight to the tippity top. If I could give it A++, I would. Let's hit it up to part 3 now, and admittedly, I had a much harder time with this entry, as for me, there was not a standout. Ultimately, it came down to a 2-kill race, with Andy doing his hand-walking routine straight into a machete to the balls, which is fun, but in the end lost out to the death of Mega Prevert Rick.
Is everything all right?
So why did this one win for me? Well, it's fun, and it's one of the scenes that took advantage of the 3D aspect that the film was marketing for. Speaking of, it's time for a Clark Griswold tangent with a salute to 3D movies of the 80s. BVP, be sure to insert an echo sound there that makes me sound like yogurt. Let's start with Amityville 3D, and despite me watching it around the same age I watched Friday the 13th Part 3, I can really only recall that it had Meg Ryan and this part with the demon jumping out of the hell well. And sticking with the theme of horror movies that I watched as a child that are entirely forgettable to me as an adult, we have Jaws 3D. All I can really remember about it is that it has Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. in this bit with the jaws attacking the glass. And while technically not a movie, but a short film, we have Captain EO, which I saw at Disney World back in the day, and just like the other 2 previous mentions, I can only remember a star, Michael Jackson, and one scene, which is obviously his kick-ass dance routine. So what have we learned, Internet? Well, years of excessive partying seemingly have ruined my memory, yet at the same time I will not deny that Friday the 13th Part 3 with its state-of-the-art special effects is the best 3D film of the 80s and is easily the most memorable and entertaining. Huzzah! So let's tier list this kill for Prevert Rick, and considering we rated the first two so highly and I'm not as enthusiastic for this one, let's put it on the lower end for now. Maybe it'll move up later. Who knows? Part 4, and there is a big step up in the quality of the kills here. Be it a spear to the crotch, or extreme banana kill, or he's killing me, oh god, he's killing me. There's definitely a number of choices that one could argue for here, but for me, there's always one winner, that being the death of Jimmy.
Ted, hey, Ted, where the hell's Corkscrew?
For two reasons, one of course being the sheer quality of
Acting!
by the one and only Mr. Crispin Glover, but also the sheer brutality that comes along with this murder. The combination of corkscrew, meat cleaver, dead body hanging, and dead body ripping all adds up to the most overall vicious treatments Jason has ever given to a teen. Even my 10-year-old self was watching this and thought, I know what you're thinking. What sort of monster parent would let their 10-year-old watch Friday the 13th Part 4? And to that I say, shut up, I love my mommy.
No war! Hang on!
So let's put Jimmy's death somewhere in the middle here for now. We'll figure it out later. Onward to everyone's favorite installment of the franchise, we come to the Roy-tastic Part 5. Slim pickings in this one for me, folks. I mean, Junior's beheading was fun, and Eddie getting belted to death was decent enough, but true to my nature, I'm going with a more left-field choice. No, you don't earn the nickname Mr. Controversy without ruffling a few feathers.
Can I refill your eggnog for you?
Something about it is comedic to me with all the extreme close-ups, and I really didn't see it coming. This random guy isn't gonna kill somebody in my Jason movie. Nah, but then boy oh boy did he. But Joey's murder also strikes a personal chord with me. I'm pudgy, I'm annoying, I like chocolate, this could be me. Now this sent me down a rabbit hole thinking about what other movie characters that are similar to myself that ended up meeting a brutal, bloody death. For one, we don't even have to leave the Friday franchise with Shelly back from Part 3. I'm pudgy, I'm annoying, I'm cheap.
Hey, that was a 20.
Or maybe Elrond from Dead Snow, one of my Mount Rushmore picks for favorite movies. Like him, I'm pudgy, I talk endlessly about movies, I lost my virginity on the toilet. I won't lie, his incredibly gruesome death has made me reevaluate some of my life choices. I won't torture the more squeamish of you out there with his entire death, but here, just enjoy his brain. Lastly, we have Chunk from the Goonies. Pudgy, check. Pathological liar, check. Performs the truffle shuffle. Sadly, also a check, as more than once, sobbing, I have taken a handful of sweaty cash for this dance. Now, I know what you eagle-eyed viewers out there are saying, but Chunk didn't die horribly. Well, if you read my upcoming fanfiction, Goonies 2 Sloth Holocaust, then you'll find out the cruel fate awaiting one Mr. Chunk. While I'm plugging things, be sure to check out my next video, chronicling the rabbit hole of insanity I just went down there, the padded room, or how I learned to stop worrying and embrace the straitjacket. I've completely lost track of what I'm supposed to be talking about. Oh, Joey. Somewhere near the bottom, I guess. Sure. Okay, I've been going on far too many tangents. Time to focus up.
Squirrel.
And let's get down to business and talk about my favorite kill from Part 6, Nikki. After banging a gong and get it on, she takes to the open road in her RV. Unfortunately for her, Jason tags along, and she ends up with a, well, I'm not sure of the technical term, but has her head pushed through the fucking wall. And just for giggles, let's see that money shot of Jason rising up from the crashed RV. Okay, let's tier list Nikki's kill from Jason Lives somewhere near the bottom. It's funny, it's brutal, but it's up against stiff competition. On to Part 7 of the Friday saga, and despite how gratifying seeing the weed whacking of Bernie and the ragdolling of Melissa were, there was really only one choice. No real commentary here. This one sort of just speaks for itself. Stupendous. Let's put it somewhere near the top for now, and everyone bask in its glory as we head into part 8 with Jason taking Manhattan. And just like Mark from part 2, the killing of Julius is one that I will look to put into anything and everything that I can. It has the laughs, it has the over-the-top violence, and it has state-of-the-art prosthetic heads. But don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch it 6 times.
Take your best shot. Motherfucker.
I can't believe you fell for the oldest trick in the book! What a goof! What's with you, man? Come on!
I regret nothing. I'm not sure how much I'm ever really going to talk about Julius in the future, so let me go ahead and say on the record, he's one of my favorite Friday the 13th characters. At first, he just seems like
a real jerk.
But really, there's more to him. In the beginning, I just thought he was a stereotypical cocky jock buttface, but over the course of the movie, he really grew on me. His defiance to go up against the principal to gang up and take down the killer wasn't a bad idea.
What are you taking, Julius?
Nothing. But this gun.
It probably would have even worked if he wasn't going up against the supreme killing machine, Jason Voorhees. Then there's the scene where the survivors see New York after the ship sank. Not only does he give it up for nautical nerd Sean for guiding them there, but the sheer joy in his voice really endeared him to me.
Hey, man. Yo, wake up. Oh, shit. Check it out. Damn, we're in New York. You did it, man. You did it. We are in New York. New York City. Woohoo. Yeah. I don't believe it. We made it. If I can make it there, I'll make it. Boom, boom. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York.
Even his boxing Jason, something has to be said about the bravery that took. Fucking stupid decision, yes of course, but damn it took some testicular fortitude. The best comparison I've been able to come up with is Steve from Stranger Things. Steve obviously has much more character development, but season 1 he was a prick. I couldn't wait to see die at the time of this recording. The world is in wait for season 5 and he's become my favorite character. His growth has been spectacular. Does the similarity between the two end at them both being jock characters that I initially disliked but grew to love? Probably, but still, big props to Vincent Craig Dupree for giving such likability to the role of Julius. We salute you. This one goes straight to the tippity top as we head on to part 9, Jason Goes to Hell. And to be honest, nothing really is a standout for me in part 9, but I did get some chuckles out of the killing of Joey. Part of her character is the fact that she just won't.
Shut the fuck up!
So watching the way that Jason murders her is a fun little character way to send her off. Plus, 25 some odd years later, this short-lived show called Preacher had a character who had exactly the same butt face Joey did when she died, so it kind of hit the pleasure centers in my brain that a Jason kill has, and it made me happy.
Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind. Smiles we give to one another of the way we were.
Can it be?
For now, let's place the murder of Joey somewhere near the bottom, and let's move right on to Jason X. And really, let's not waste anybody's time here. All you Jason Die Hard fanatics know exactly what the choice is going to be because there can be only one. It has everything. Funny, built up, extreme, and if this is not top tier list of all you Friday fans out there, then you can feel free to make your own video because everyone's opinion is valid and everyone should be able to freely express their own truth without fear of judgment, okay?
Fly high, lesbian seagull.
This one obviously goes straight to the top as we quickly move on to the 2009 reboot of Friday the 13th. Now, while I do have a lot of appreciation for the sheer terror of the idea of being trapped and having nothing to do but watch Jason sprint towards you with a machete, as well as the extreme gratification of watching this asshole get killed, well, once again, I'm a silly man and I just lean toward the funny joke. And for me, in the reboot, I just get tickled pink over the killing of Chelsea. It's just so over the top and gratuitous, and I giggle about it more than I really even giggle about anything else in the movie, even the hijinks of the actual comedy characters, Chewie and Lawrence. I understand I'm out here on a limb and I'm alone in this, but the absurdity appeals to me, and this is my video and I'll cry if I want to. That being said, it's going somewhere near the bottom. Now we have come to the end and we must sort all of this madness out because
there can be only one.
Wow, this is harder than I thought. I guess let's put Joey on the bottom. No real logic here other than technically it wasn't a Voorhees kill, and yeah, that's terrible reasoning, but moving on. Then let's bump the prevert from part 3 up because really, how many 3D eye popping out of these sockets have you seen? Did the effect work? Not really, but hey, it's still fun. Ugh, now the super hard part. I guess I'm going to take my personal bias out of the equation. The Kevin Bacon kill is just too iconic and historic to bump down, and I'll admit that the head prosthetic cost Julius some points, so we'll bump him down to B tier. I could stretch this out and really build up the tension, but despite how much I love the killing of Mark and the hilarity of the sleeping bag kill, the Cairo Freeze kill just takes the cake as my vote for the ultimate Friday the 13th kill. Well, there you go, baby video producer. I hope all this nonsense gets you back on firm financial ground. Oh, what's that? You already have your next investment lined up?
Are you nuts?
Do-do-do love, do-do-do family in theme, yeah.